Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. My name is Mark Johnson, and I'm here today to deliver you another film review. The film I'll be reviewing today is The Gray Man. It is a 2022 film release in select theaters and through Netflix. It is directed by the brothers Anthony and Joe Russo. It is written by Joe Russo, Christopher Marcus, and Stephen McFeely. When the CIA's most skilled operative, whose identity is known to none, accidentally uncovers dark agency secrets, a psychopathic former colleague puts a bounty on his head, setting off a global manhunt by international assassins. So this film, right up, I must say, gives me 007 James Bond type vibes. It's a spy drama, if you want to say, or a spy action film. When we start this film, we meet Six, who's played by Ryan Gosling, and he's in prison. He's having a meeting with Fitzroy, who's played by Billy Bob Thornton, and the meeting is to recruit Six to become part of the secret CIA operative through special training that's going to get him prepared for all of his missions. Then we jump forward within the film where we actually see Six on a mission. He is joined by Danny Miranda, who's played by the beautiful Ana de Armas, and she's there to, in a sense, assist Six in this mission. They're supposed to retrieve something, but at the same time, we don't know what that retrieval will actually look like or actually be. But in the process of taking down this target, Six goes, in a sense, off script because he doesn't want to civilian casualties. And so at that point, we find out that Six has a little bit of a heart there, and we see that when he actually does take down the target knows him, which no one's supposed to know him, but at the same time, the target tells him information that makes Six think differently about who he is and who he is in this secret group. He also takes the information, and at that point, he goes rogue. He disappears. While he's disappeared, he is, in a sense, trying to find out more information about this secret group and what is on this, in a sense, jump drive that he has taken off of the target. So at that point, he reaches out back to Fitzroy, which is many, many years later, and Fitzroy's not even a part of this group that he has since recruited Six to be part of from the very beginning. And so he gives him information that he can kind of use, but at the same time, being that he's not associating with the group anymore, it's really not enough for Six to make a solid decision. So Six, again, goes rogue, and he's on the run. He's not communicating with the uppers, and it's more or less an opportunity for him to either find out more information or get in contact with someone who has the information that he needs. So at that point, Carmichael puts a bounty on Six's head and sending out assassins from all around the world to go after him. As we find out, that's not working because Six keeps dodging them and slipping them. So at that point, Carmichael calls in the big guns, and that's Lloyd Hansen, which is played brilliantly by Chris Evans. And he's this psychotic character that is known to make things bigger than they need to be. And so he comes with that baggage, and we know that things are going to start really exploding. From there, we see Six, in a sense, just dodging these assassins and getting away from them as he continues to find out more information. So the film kind of grows on from there. We have these great action scenes. I think another thing that's a real great touch with this film is the petty kind of one-liners and conversation we have between Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling as the movie kind of grows and moves along. And it's just kind of a really nice touch because there's a lot of action. There's a lot of action scenes. I feel that the story is good enough. It's not a really great story. It's not going to reveal anything in the sense that you're like, oh, that was the person that did it. You're not going to end up like that as the movie comes to a close, but you can't wait for the opportunity for Six and Lloyd Hansen to engage each other, because for whatever reason they keep slipping, or Six keeps slipping out of the hands or out of the grasp of Lloyd Hansen. So for this film, The Gray Man, a 2022 film directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, the brothers, I'm giving this film a solid 3.5. I feel that this film has a lot of good elements. As I mentioned, the action sequences are pretty elaborate. They're pretty out there. I think also one of the things that I was surprised to have was the dialogue that had the pettiness and the one-liners between Six and Lloyd Hansen. I thought that was really brilliant. So yeah, that has been my review for The Gray Man, the 2022 film release through Netflix and in select theaters. It is directed by the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony, and is written by Joe Russo, Christopher Marcus, and Stephen McFeely. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you have a comment about this film, or you would like to suggest a film that I watch and review on this channel, make sure to leave those things in the comment box below. And then lastly, if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming content or other reviews, make sure to, and that way you will be notified on my next drop. So again, that has been my review for The Gray Man, a 2022 film released through Netflix and in select theaters. And again, I thank you, and I really appreciate you watching my video. And like we always do at this time, have a blessed day. I will see you on the flip side. Let's go.